A consent agenda. So as has been the custom, I will read all the items, and if there is a question about any item at that point in time, or if we need to pull one, then we will do that and discuss it separately. If not, we will vote on the entire package as a consent. Bill 2013-518, sponsor is Matthew, Dowling, Claiborne. Ordinance approving a lease between Metro and the Sports Authority. This was administratively approved on 8/6. Bill 2013-519, sponsor is Gilmore and Matthews, an ordinance approving a construction agreement with CSX Transportation Incorporated. There was no Planning Commission action required on this. Bill 2013-520, sponsor is Dowell, Gilmore, and Claiborne, an ordinance accepting an easement for the Mill Creek Greenway system. This was administratively approved on 7/16. Bill 2013-521, sponsor is Matthew, Claiborne, and Gilmore, an ordinance accepting an easement for the Whites Creek Greenway system, administratively approved on 7/23. Bill 2013-522, sponsor Claiborne and Potts, an ordinance authorizing Metro to negotiate and accept permanent easements for the Windermere Drive Stormwater Improvement Project. Administrative approval was given on 6/11. Bill 2012-103, sponsor is Dominy and Duval, an ordinance to amend the zoning ordinance by changing from RM6 to SP zoning for property located on Franklin Limestone Road to permit an asphalt plant and associated uses, including temporary mineral extraction, allowing blasting and crushing of stone for sale transfer from the site during the site preparation of the asphalt plant. This was approved with conditions by the Planning Commission by a vote of 9-0 on January the 26th of 2012. Bill 2013-474, sponsor is Westerholm, an ordinance to amend the zoning ordinance by changing from IG to MUIA zoning for properties located at 400 Davidson Street. Administrative or approved by the Commission by a vote of 7-0, one abstention on 6/13. Bill 2013-489, sponsor is Johnson, Duval, and Dowell, an ordinance to amend the zoning ordinance by making applicable provisions of the Murfreesboro Road Urban Design Overlay. Approved with conditions on 7/25. Bill 2013-490, sponsor is Potts, an ordinance to amend the zoning ordinance by changing from R10 to RS10 zoning for various properties between Haywood Lane and Packard Drive. This was approved by the Planning Commission on 7/25. Bill 2013-491, sponsor is Holloman, an ordinance to amend the zoning ordinance by changing from IR to MULA zoning for property located at 4111 Charlotte Avenue. Approved by the Planning Commission on 6/13. Bill 2013-492, sponsor is Allen, an ordinance to amend the zoning ordinance by amending the Blakemore Primitive Baptist Specific Plan District for property located at 2411B Blakemore Avenue to construct a roof over an outdoor terrace along Blakemore Avenue and to modify conditions in the original SP approved pertaining to outdoor music, hours of operation, the allowance of outdoor activities, and notice to Metro Public Schools and Metro Parks and Recreation regarding event dates. This was approved with conditions by the Commission on 5/23. Bill 2013-493, sponsor is Hunt, an ordinance to amend the zoning ordinance by changing from RS 7.5 to R6 zoning for property located at 3533 Brickchurch Pike, approved by the Commission on 5/23. Bill 2013-495, sponsor is Langster, an ordinance to amend the zoning ordinance by changing from OR20 to OR20A zoning for property located at 813 9th Avenue North. This was approved by the Commission on 7/25. Bill 2013-496, sponsor is Harrison. Has anybody seen Councilman Harrison? He's not here? Okay, we'll pull that one to the hill. Bill 2013-497, sponsor is Duval, an ordinance to amend the zoning ordinance by changing from SP to MUG zoning for property located at 4235 Murfreesboro Pike, and this was approved by the Planning Commission on 7/25. So those are the items on the commission. Council Lady Gilmore, you.
Oops. And this is just for, I guess, a transparency. Someone had asked me to ask, that was not on the planning and zoning, about Bill 103. They wanted to hear a little bit about what has been the difference between the bill that's coming forth now versus the one before. And I know Councilmember Dominy stepped out, so.
Okay, we'll pull that one off and we'll.
Yeah, we'd just like to hear him. He sounds like he had some really good ideas and wanted to hear that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Councilman Glover.
Move approval of consent and ask that we defer by rule on 496.
All right, so we have a motion to approve the consent agenda and to defer BL 2013-496 by rule since the sponsor is not here and we don't have a letter. Do I have a second? All right, motion made and seconded. Those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right. Councilman Dominy, we have question about 2012-103, the differences between the amended ordinance and what was originally before us back in January of last year.
Those details are in the amendment packet. If I can pull that up here on my desk, I'll run through the 4 or 5 points that are on there. One of the things that it requires is the rendering inoperable of the old site, which will be closed down once the new site becomes operational. It also includes a 30% increase or 6.5 feet additional buffer along Franklin Limestone Road beyond the 20 foot that was already agreed to, which includes a D3 planting schedule. You'll have to check with planning on that as to what that includes. In layman's terms, it's a tree line buffer. The, let's see. It also includes the disposition of a greenway and park, 6 acres of park land to be donated or provided either through fee simple acquisition by the Parks Department or through easement to the Parks Department along the creek in the floodplain on this property. And the fourth thing, which is seismographic monitoring, which is required. In particular, the thing that changed on that one was that it requires the reports to be provided to the council attorney of record, which makes those public information and accessible to the general public outside of a third party that might be involved. So we also have access to them as council very, very easily. But that's the primary changes between this and the original bill.
Okay. Council lady, does that answer your question?
It does. Thank you.
All right. Any other questions on 2012-103? Do I have a motion?
Move approval.
Motion made and seconded to approve 2012-103. Those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Want to take a moment of personal privilege to express my gratitude for being able to serve as the chair of the Planning and Zoning Committee for the past 2 years. I want to thank Councilman Glover for serving as my co-chair this year and for filling in for me while I was absent during the last council meeting earlier this month, for Councilman Bedney for serving as co-chair the first year of the term. And I want to thank each of you for your willingness to be a part of this committee and to make the time to be here and participate in the work. This is an important committee, and even though we have handled a lot of our business as a consent item based on the actions of the Planning Commission or the recommendations of the staff, we still play a very important role in talking about and making decisions with planning and zoning issues. So thank you for your participation, and thank you for being able to serve. Councilman Davis. Scott Davis.
I'd like to thank the chair for his leadership these last 2 years, and we've had some good times and we've had some not so good times, but we've all persevered, and I just want to thank my colleagues too. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Domine.
Left over from before.
Okay. Councilman Glover. No, you're still left over, okay. Council Lady Gilmore, you're left over. All right. Okay, we stand adjourned. Thank you.